On today's IRS tax refund update, with over a month having passed since the tax filing deadline, we will take a look at the latest developments, including the latest numbers released from the IRS on the remaining tax return backlog. And from there, checking in on those 570 and 971 tax transcript codes, as well as top notices the IRS is sending out to tax filers who are still encountering delays as well as adjusted tax refunds. Now, starting off with the latest as tax return processing remains ongoing, with those tax refunds going out on a weekly basis. And as a reminder for those encountering topic code 152, like seen here when checking the status of their refund status results, this is a normal code, and one you are likely to see indicating your tax return is currently being processed. And it is also common for many who have this code to eventually see it disappear with no code being shown in the refund status results, as seen on the far left. And again, that does not indicate any issue with your tax return. However, if you are seeing tax topic 151, that does indicate a potential issue and most likely a refund adjustment as a result. While tax topic code 203 indicates your return has been processed, but your tax refund has been reduced due to an outstanding obligation such as past due child support or state income tax debt, and a letter will be sent out regarding the refund adjustment. Also recapping the latest numbers from the IRS, which indicate 143.5 million tax returns have been processed out of the 145.8 million that have been filed, which leaves the current backlog of unprocessed tax returns at now 2.3 million, which is now over 1 month since the tax filing deadline has officially passed. And the numbers indicate that tax refund delays for many will continue into the summer months and into the fall. We are still continuing to hear from viewers who are experiencing tax refund delays that are encountering codes 570 and 971 on their tax transcripts. And as previously reported, there are multiple reasons why this could be happening, including the IRS still needing to verify wage information. Or they have or will be requesting documentation from the tax filer from tax statements to dependent documentation when it comes to those claiming particular tax credits, such as the Earned Income Tax Credit or Child Tax Credit. Now, if you are encountering these codes, do let us know in the comments section below the dates that appear next to these codes, as well as the letter number that appears under the 971 code. And in the example of this transcript, the letter number is CP05, which is one of the more common notices informing the tax filer. The IRS needs an additional 60 days to review the tax return in question. As more refunds are being sent out by the week, also come additional reports of adjusted tax refunds, which can be due to a variety of reasons such as past due tax debt, past due child support, rejection of a tax credit being claimed, or miscalculation on the tax return in question. Now, as it pertains to several of these adjusted refunds, the affected tax filers will receive this letter, the CP12, notice from the IRS detailing the amount of the adjusted refund and reason behind the adjustment, and it will allow the tax filer to appeal the decision made within 60 days of the notice. However, if there is no appeal, you should receive that refund usually around 6 weeks. Recapping some of the top notices that will be sent out by the IRS this tax season, including IRS Letter 2644C, also known as the 30-day notice, which is sent by the IRS to impacted tax filers that the processing of their tax return is taking additional time. And a major reason for this letter being sent out is the IRS still needs to review the tax information provided by the tax filers, employer-specifically wage information, so they can match what your employer reported and compare it to your return for accuracy. And it is not uncommon to receive several of these letters while waiting for your return to be processed and refund issued. Another letter is from the CP05 series of notices, which is when the IRS is requesting additional documentation from you, specifically wage documents such as pay stubs or tax forms. Confirming what you entered on your tax return is correct before processing can continue, as well as the CP75 letter, which is sent to those claiming certain tax credits like the Earned Income Tax Credit, asking the tax filer to provide specific documentation as it relates to their dependents, such as a birth certificate and/or proof of residency. Now, as more tax refunds are being released weekly, come reports of viewers who accidentally put the wrong bank account information on their tax returns when selecting to receive that refund via direct deposit. And if you're impacted by this, do note, once your return has been accepted, You cannot go back and change your banking information and must wait for the IRS to send that direct deposit out. And from there, the bank in question will return that refund as rejected back to the IRS, where it will appear under the 841 code on your tax transcript, after which time the IRS will mail you out a paper check to the address on file within 4 to 6 weeks of receiving that refund back. Let us know in the comment section below about your ongoing tax issue. In the meantime, we will keep monitoring the situation for further developments, so make sure to click on the thumbs up and subscribe button below for future updates on this channel, and thanks for watching.